Last call, Minister, Fine Gael party have something against the army. The Fine Gael party destroyed a wonderful tradition that we had in Tipperary, in Clonmel, a wonderful, for generations we had, for centuries, an army barracks in Clonmel, and you just wiped it away with many other things. Then fast forward to your treatment. I note that you're going to have reports now, and another the Programme for Government promised to establish an independent commission. You know well, Minister, the situation with the army. And you were at the fore of the talks on the Programme for Government. You should have, if you had any interest in the army, ensure that they got proper respect, acknowledgement, and above all, pay and conditions. You know well the fiasco that we had twice early this year, when our troops, having spent 6 months, were delayed for another month and another couple of weeks, and it happened again 3 years ago. You said it was paperwork or problem, where their families, the loved ones, waiting for their soldiers to come home, whether they be wives or husbands, serving or coming home to them for first communions, for different family events, were delayed. This never happened in the history of the state. We have a proud recognition of army service going back to the Congo and all over the world in United Nations duties. And to think that 3 times in recent years they have been abandoned abroad. We hadn't even a plane to bring them home, I think the Taoiseach said. We had no carrier to bring them home. Imagine. It's a dad's army situation that you're talking about. It's disgraceful, the way you treated the army. But I know you're a party of the big shots and the big landed gentry, but to think that you treat our army like that, our people who we depend on, when we had an incident in Golden recently, I got a call from the HSC about an outbreak in Walsh mushrooms. Who were the first people who came in? The Gardaí, assisted by the army, to put up army camps and tents to do the testing in. If it's floods, as Deputy O'Donoghue said, if it's storms, if it's snowstorms, and indeed the army in Clonmel did that for many, many occasions when I was involved with them, clearing snow, brought help to people, brought people in floods and were flooded often enough with the town. But you don't respect the army. Minister of State Paul Keogh ridiculed them, made little of them. You heard the figures quoted from Deputy O'Donoghue. I remember reading that last year as well, when they were upminding President Trump when he arrived. They were treated like refugees. Wouldn't even have enough to eat. It's shocking. And the pay they get compared to what the Gardaí get, it's just downright disgraceful. But it all stems from a lack of respect for our ugly Nahan, our proud defence forces. You've seen what they've done. They just divide and conquer. They managed some of our troop to Kilkenny and some of our troop from Clonmel to Limerick. And more left the army. The figures are staggering that are leaving. I want to say in the first instance that I want to speak at this bill here this evening. I must record my most sincere congratulations to Tipperary woman Roberta O'Brien, I'm sure who you know well, Minister, who has become the first woman in the history of the Naval Service to achieve the rank of Commander. This is a wonderful achievement for her personally, whom I know, and I wish her and her family and her father, Willem, and her late ma'am, and all her family, a powerful woman from the Linn of Ahallow, the famed Linn of Ahallow, who has gone to achieve that, has given sterling service. But our Navy vessels we can't even man them. You know that. You know that. You're told by that, by PD4 and others. We don't have the personnel to man them. A staggering 82% of the people who have left the army in the last number of the last year have left because of conditions and because of disrespect. And of course, our people in the Congo haven't been recognised either for the Battle of Jadaville either. So you don't respect the army. Full stop. Very soon we may need them. We don't know what the day nor the hour when we need them. So they need equipment, they need a proper training, and they need all the resources that they should get. They're not looking for anything above and beyond the ordinary, but when they're needed, they're always expected to be available, ready, willing and able, and they are, thankfully. But the numbers now, young men went in there for careers. I heard a programme recently where they're going out and they're leaving the army to try and get into other sections of the public service because they cannot survive. The women have come up here more times, the housewives and the women, the homemakers, and I'm not being sexist saying the women have begged us to try and treat them with respect. The army can't lobby themselves. I'm glad that Deputy Cathal Berry is here, because he is an excellent advocate of the army, and they need to be advocated for. It shouldn't have any government shouldn't be hang their head in shame to treat them with such disrespect. Total disrespect. Big Phil, the enforcer, where's he now? He wiped away our barracks in Clonmel and many other things as well. He forced 2 Irish water, Ishkin and another disaster. So the people of Clonmel and South Tipperary and beyond will not forgive your government for a long time. You haven't got a TD elected in the last 2 elections. And why would you? Because you destroyed what we had. A dignified, respectful well-earned respect that those soldiers had. You could eat your dinner in any part of the barracks complex off the ground. Now there's weeds and bushes and briars going all around it, and it's a sad sight in the middle of our town, with the gates locked. Even to get the alarms that go off at night, or they could be ringing for a fortnight. We can't get a builder, whoever owns it, or maintenance security firm to turn them off. It's a sad one. We see the proud tricolour flowing there, and the army drilling in the army, and they're going up the Nile Valley for training schedules. And now to think that it's closed and cobwebs and dirt. But above all, the personnel that are in the army respect them and recruit the proper numbers, and we will have a proper army. I think you should look into that immediately, not talk about another commission.